2024 may not have been as packed a year as 2023 was, but the last several months have still brought a cavalcade of great games. But, though many of them have been well received and widely recognised, several have flown under the radar and got less attention than they deserve. With the year winding down, here we're going to turn the spotlight on a few such gems. Animal Well. The golden age of platformers continues to deliver modern classics, and Animal Well has surely joined that list. With no combat whatsoever and a striking pixel art aesthetic, it allows itself to stand out in a crowded genre, while its finely crafted and dense world, which remains a constant joy to explore from start to finish, is also a highlight. For fans of platformers, this one is unmissable. Neva. Nomada Studio made a strong impression with Greece back in 2018, but its spiritual successor, Neva, might be even more of a resounding success. Gorgeous visuals and deeply affecting storytelling combine in an experience that also impresses in the gameplay department, from combat to level design to traversal. Neva feels like a much more confident outing from its clearly talented developer, and stands as one of 2024's most special games. Still Wakes the Deep. The Chinese Room obviously has a history with horror, with the likes of Amnesia, A Machine for Pigs, and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture under its belt. With Still Wakes the Deep earlier this year, the studio dove fully into the genre, and though its simplicity and straightforward gameplay might not be what some are looking for, in other ways it's a massively impressive game. In the storytelling, writing, acting performances, and visuals department, Still Wakes the Deep is an unequivocal win.
Trot. Trot. Is that you in there? Trot. Trot, is that you?
Botany Manor. Few games on this list have a vibe as pleasant and summery as that of Botany Manor. Combining its gorgeous art style and wonderfully realised English countryside setting, it draws players in right from the very first second. What keeps you hooked, of course, are the smartly designed puzzles and the storytelling, which can be surprisingly nuanced. Fans of the first-person puzzler genre should definitely give this one a look. Thank Goodness You're Here. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call Thank Goodness You're Here one of the best written games in recent memory. Few things are as often to successfully write as comedy, and Thank Goodness You're Here passes every test in this department with flying colours. It's a spectacularly written and consistently hilarious game that uses its delightfully absurdist humour, English setting, and unique art style to craft an experience that you're unlikely to forget about anytime soon. Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden. Don't Nod's second foray into the action RPG space proved to be a much more confident one than its first. As opposed to the promising but rough Vampire, Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden flat out stands as one of the game's best RPGs. Though it doesn't pull up any trees with its combat, exploration, or progression mechanics, it impresses to no end with its storytelling, setting, characters, writing, and genuinely gripping choice and consequence mechanics.
Come with me.
The Legend of Heroes: Trails Through Daybreak. The ultimate mid-budget RPG series, the Legend of Heroes games very rarely disappoint, and neither did Trails Through Daybreak upon its long-awaited Western release earlier this year. Boasting excellent turn-based combat, a strong new cast of characters, and typically gripping storytelling, Daybreak is an excellent debut for the Calvard arc. Its sequel, due out in the West in February, cannot come soon enough. East 10 Nordics. Another Nihon Falcom developed RPG that deserves more recognition than it deserves. Don't be fooled by East 10 Nordics' decidedly low-budget nature, because this is one of the most mechanically rewarding RPGs of the year. It's a flawed game without a doubt, and in ways that cannot be ignored, but thanks to its strong storytelling and addictive combat, when it does click, it's difficult to tear yourself away from it. Tales of Kenzera, Zao. In an ocean of new games, it takes a lot for a game to stand out, and though Tales of Kenzera Zao stumbles in a few too many critical areas to be able to stand out amongst other games in the genre, parts of the experience deserve praise without caveats. Not only does it look absolutely gorgeous, it also tells a moving and affecting story of love and loss. Though a definite letdown on the gameplay and design front, as a visual and storytelling experience, Tales of Kenzera deserves a lot of props. SteamWorld Heist 2. The SteamWorld franchise has made a habit of flying under the radar, which is sadly what SteamWorld Heist 2 did upon its launch earlier this year as well. The turn-based tactics RPG is a worthy follow-up to its excellent predecessor, and in some ways, it builds on those foundations the exact right way. Not all of its new ideas work out perfectly. The naval traversal can get a bit monotonous after a point, but overall, SteamWorld Heist 2 is highly recommended. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons remake. Joseph Fares of A Way Out and It Takes Two fame announced himself to the games industry with his directional debut in Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons back in 2013. And the beloved fan favourite got another lease of life with a fully fledged remake. As a faithful recreation of the original, it captures all of its strengths perfectly, while its gorgeous visuals and art design only serves to further improve the experience. Another Crab's Treasure. It feels like we get a new Souls-like every week now, and though Aggro Crab's Another Crab's Treasure is nowhere close to the top in that genre, it is a decidedly unique take on it that demands attention. Playing as a hermit crab and exploring the seabed to power yourself up is not exactly what you'd expect to do in a typical Souls-like, but the game makes great use of that premise. Add to that a cute and colourful look, and Another Crab's Treasure may very well be one of the more unique, if flawed, non-From Software Souls-likes in some time. Expeditions, a Mudrunner game. The Mudrunner games have a very specific appeal, but those that they do appeal to can't get enough of them. With Expeditions, a Mudrunner game, Saber has knocked it out of the park again, delivering a weirdly compelling and dangerously addictive experience. Exploring its large maps, finding ways to traverse its challenging environments, using different tools to overcome navigational hurdles, that core loop doesn't get boring, even after dozens upon dozens of hours of gameplay. System Shock. Night Dive Studios' long-awaited System Shock remake finally released for consoles this year, after coming to PC in 2013. And once again, we can't help but implore everyone to pay more attention to it. The original System Shock is, of course, a legendary game, and Night Dive's remake is a loving, faithful, and painstakingly crafted recreation of it that we can't recommend highly enough. Given how faithful it is, some parts of it may feel a little too aged, but overall, System Shock is an excellent game. Shogun Showdown. Let's wrap things up with a game that you may very well not have heard of at all, but one that you should absolutely be paying more attention to. Indue Studios' Robo Atanu's turn-based gem launched in September, and though it went unnoticed for many, those who have played it can't get enough. Boasting an addictive mix of deck building and roguelike gameplay, an incredibly turn-based combat system, and gorgeous pixel art visuals, Shogun Showdown should be high on your list of games to look into. So what are your thoughts on this? Go ahead and share them in the comments below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and enable all notifications by clicking the bell icon to get new video updates. We upload every day and would really appreciate your support. Thanks for watching.